back to my channel again, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you are a new viewer. Also click on the notification bell anytime you're checking on our content, and also click on the like button also. So it's the election time, and there are a lot of news out there, and people are making campaigns. They are talking about what they are going to do. They are talking about how to make the country a good country. TINUBU is making his own article, is doing his own, and also Peter B from the Labour Party, which is a new guy in the system, a new party in the system. Let me use that word, like in the system of becoming a president of the country. We normally have the APC and the PDP. In the system, we have two parties really contesting for the president before. So now joining the party and joining the parties now contesting is Labour Party, which is a strong party, and also we have AAC from where Chisore is coming out from another party. So all of them are making their manifestos and stuff like that because it's the campaign time. So TINUBU said, "I will fight corruption like Buhari." So he said this today on the 21st of October. So he said, the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Bola TINUBU has vowed to continue fighting corruption like President Muhammadu Buhari did if elected as president. So there are a lot of mixed feelings about this one. Some people were like, no, why will you do this? Because you can't compare your own way of doing things with Buhari's own. Let Buhari just be on his own, make your own manifesto, and let's just follow what you'll be doing. So you saying you fight it like someone, it's something some people count as negative and the wrong thing. So TINUBU pledged to continue Buhari's civil service reform to reduce corruption. He made the pledge while unveiling his campaign policy document in Abuja today on the 21st of October 2022. So TINUBU said his administration will ensure the reduction of waste in the civil service if he succeeds President Buhari in 2023. He said, "We will continue the work of the current administration in reforming the civil service to fight corruption, reduce bureaucracy, streamline agencies and diseases, inefficiencies and waste." The document reads in part. So TINUBU has been criticized for being corrupt and accumulating untraceable wealth. Many times the former Lagos State governor has refused to respond to queries on his ownership of Alpha Beta, a private company that collects tax on behalf of the state for a percentage. He is believed to have a large shares in the company, which assumed Lagos administration under him as governor of Lagos State. I've been a lot of mixed feelings about the presidential aspirant. Some said he's the one actually collecting the tax of Lagos State. So you're now saying you'll be fighting corruption in the country is something that might look fishy and probably not true. There are a lot of people that are making their comments when he said this, and you just saying you'll be doing like someone might be something very different, because people knows President Buhari to be someone that is he's a military man before, and people felt because when he was in power then they said that was how he does. He did some stuff about corruption, which he's actually doing now. EFCC is everywhere now. EFCC is everywhere now. And the NDLA too are everywhere now. They are working so tirelessly to break in corruption, to fight corruption in the country. So, and people say they've known President Buhari to be for this actually from onset. He's someone that has been really fighting to get corruption being ended. Though there are some more issues happening in his present regime. When we talk about insecurity, which is actually working on, we're talking about other things that are having issues in the country, which is already working on. There was a global economic meltdown, and the country is trying to work on it. So in the manifesto, in the campaign document that TINUBU dropped today, that was a presidential aspirant of APC. He made mention in it that he'll be working towards what Buhari has finished in terms of corruption, that he'll be working towards it, and it will make the country a corrupt-free country, and really battle with people that are in the system, people that are being corrupt and are that are taking funds of the country to probably to another place, or turning it as their own personal fund. So, despite when people said they linked that Tinubu's words were linked with the Alpha Beta, we know Alpha Beta is part of this, the company that collect the tax from the Lagos state, and they said Tinubu is linked with it, like it's of the company. There are a lot of mixed feelings on the internet where people are talking. Someone make mention of the bullion van that came into his Bodyland place, in his place in Bodyland. So there are a lot of feelings. People are saying that you have not been able to answer to some queries. Now you're saying you want to fight corruption. How are you going to do that? Have you laid a good example on how you're going to tackle this, or do you have a blueprint like you said you have in Lagos state? So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of feelings that people are feeling that even if you are making a lot of manifesto, this might not really work, because we all know President Buhari to be someone which is very harsh to corruption. Like, he hates corruption and he doesn't care what's going to happen. When you check this is the time the most when the EFCC really worked. When you go to the EFCC page, you see a lot of people, a lot of criminals on the page 24/7. Not quite long. Yesterday and today, there are some guys caught that are they claim to be an EFCC official, which one of them has to scam a Belgian around 45,000 euros, and also there is also someone that was caught in Abuja with around $290,000, which was fake, and they are claiming to be an EFCC. So these guys have been working. The NDLA has been working tirelessly to make corruption, and they've got a lot of guys that were caught with drugs and stuff like that, and they were brought to book, and they have really been working so much, busting everywhere and school. So Buhari has actually been working very well in this one, and some people gave him thumbs up on this, some gave him 100%. So it would be very great if, as Tinubu said, you work towards what Buhari has left in terms of corruption. When you reduce corruption in the country, and the money that is meant to be spent on something is actually spent on it, infrastructure will be improved, the economy will be improved, because people won't be able to pack the money that is meant for everybody to another country to invest, or to just divert it to any other place. So when you work on corruption, that's a very great thing that will help the economy grow, help infrastructure grow. The corruption thing is really something that will really branch to a lot of places in making the country a better place. So we'll be glad if the presidential aspirant, if finally he emerges as the president, if you could work on what he said. So do not forget to subscribe to our channel if you're any viewer. Thank you so much.